Welcome back to another piano expressive session. Let's build on what we did last time, but firstly check in with your posture. Make sure you've got a straight back and a long neck, relaxed shoulders, feet that are flat on the floor to give you stability, forearms that are angled down towards the keys or level with the keys, and of course those lovely relaxed wrists, dome-shaped hand and strong curved fingers. You're also feeling positive and ready to focus on developing these new skills. Last time we focused on your interaction with the keys and that lovely relaxed wrist movement, engaging our hearing, moving smoothly between the keys using that mezzo staccato articulation with the fingering indicated on the sheet music, and creating those lovely flowing coordinated hand gestures. We had a look at the short pieces, Rabbit and Rain. I was just wondering, have you noticed any changes in your playing style? Has the sound of your music become richer and more lyrical? Are you perhaps more aware and listening more closely to the music coming from the piano? Are you more aware of what's going on in the sheet music because now you're analysing it more closely? Is this new approach becoming integrated into the way that you approach playing all of your piano repertoire? Today we're going to add some more elements to our multi-pronged approach. As we're encountering our first dynamic symbol, we'll not only be engaging analysis, our hearing, and our practice as we play, we're also going to be incorporating our imagination, our technique, and expression into our playing. Let's get going. Here's our piece for today. It's entitled Silver Sledges. It looks like it's a cold wintry day, and we've got a couple of silver sleighs racing down the hill. Let's have a look at what's going on with the sheet music. You can see we've got the grand stave again. Both clefs are reading in the treble. We're counting 4/4, and we've got a not fast written at the top of our piece of music, indicating that we don't have to race through this one at 100 miles an hour. It looks like we've got our hands alternating playing again. First our left, then our right, then our left, then our right, left, right, and then the left is finishing off. We've got some fingering indicated on our sheet music, so we'll use those fingers as we play. And at the end of our music, you'll notice we've got a gradually softer dynamic marking. And we'll talk about that more when we get to it. Here's my demo of the whole tune. And I'm done. Let's have a look at what's going on with the sheet music. In that first bar, we've got 2 E's with our left hand using finger 3, followed by 2 G's using finger 2, going up to the A, back to the G, and finishing with an E. You can see that again we're using a mezzo staccato articulation, so everything is detached. We've got those lovely relaxed wrists as we press the key down and make sure our wrist is relaxed. Each time we raise our hand from the key, our wrists are lovely and loose. In addition to that, we're also listening very carefully to the sound that we're making and making sure that our gestures are nice and coordinated. We shouldn't really be able to hear when we're changing from our left hand to our right hand. It should just sound like one smooth, continuous, lyrical melody. Let's have a look at what comes next. In our third bar, we've got our 4th finger on D, then E, then F, and then back to E, and then 2 G's with our 2nd finger. Each time pressing a key down and following with that lovely relaxed wrist movement. Let's have a look at the first half again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have a look at what comes next. 2 E's, 2 G's, and then up to A, G, and then back to E. So you can see that those 2 bars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 are a repeat of the first 2. Then we've got our last 2 bars and that gradually softer dynamic symbol. So to play that, all we need to do is when we're pressing the key down and following it with our relaxed wrist movement, actually press less deeply each time, and then gradually the sound will diminish. So we're still pressing our keys down, but we're pressing it down with less force each time, and then finishing off quite soft at the end, or quite shallow at the end. Let's have a look at the second half. 2 E's, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there's no gradually slower indicated at the end of that piece, but there's nothing to stop you putting in a bit of a rallentando or a gradually slower at the end with your gradually softer. Have a pause and have a play of Silver Sledges, making sure to keep all the things in mind that we've talked about. You've got lovely relaxed wrist, you're listening to the sound that's coming out of the piano, you're moving smoothly between the keys with a mezzo staccato articulation using the fingers on the sheet music, you're creating lovely flowing coordinated hand gestures, and you're listening out very carefully as you play that gradually softer dynamic at the end of your piece of music. Have a pause and have a play. Here's my demo of the whole piece one more time for good luck. I played that demo again for a particular reason. A really important part of playing lyrical music on the piano is your imagination. You need to hear the music in your head before it comes out of your fingers. And sometimes in order to get the music into your head, you need to have found a really good recording of the music that you intend to play. In fact, I do this with all my students. I make sure that they have access to excellent recordings of all the music that they're learning how to play, so that they've got the tune, they've got the music, they've got the dynamics, they've got the articulation, they've got all the nuances and all the sounds in their imagination, in their heads before they start playing. And with your imagination so actively engaged and all those lovely sounds in your head, there's much more chance of them coming out your fingers. Singing is also a wonderful tool which can really help. If you sing along with the music that you play, you will find that your fingers tend to follow the intonations of your voice. And naturally, the sounds that come out of the piano become much more lyrical. So if it's not currently part of the way you approach your piano playing, have a go at incorporating it into your piano playing approach. Find really good recordings of the songs that you're learning in your repertoire, and engage your imagination as the sound in your head gradually pour out of your fingertips. Sing along with what you play to help you create lyrical musical phrases on your piano, and not something that's very static, staid and robotic. That's it for this session. We've certainly covered a lot of ground. Make sure that you have a think about what you've learned a few times between now and the next time that we sit down and play together, to really cement what you've learned into your brain and into your fingers. See you next time when we're going to encounter our second dynamic symbol, the gradually louder.